I'm Rowena and this is my camera shy husband Kirk, and this is my channel, A Fuller World. We've spent the last month travelling around New Zealand in our camper van Vandal for our honeymoon, and we've had such an amazing time we wanted to share it. So without further ado, here's our New Zealand series, Honeymoon New Zealand.
Thank you.
Good morning. Today we've jumped on board the Inter-Islander ferry and we're making the crossing between the North and the South Island. We're hoping it'll be a smooth crossing. It's supposed to be a beautiful journey when it is smooth, and Kirk actually gets a little bit seasick. And a couple of days ago a polar blast came through this area and the swells were actually too big to make the crossing at all. So we're really lucky it's back up and running, and we're just fingers crossed that the seas are nice and smooth for us. Probably tell by my hair, but it's pretty windy up here, but I think we really lucked out. This has been a really smooth crossing and the sun has just come out and the views are just beautiful. So we are almost at the end of 2 really long travelling days. The drive from Taupo to Wellington and then the ferry across and then another sort of almost 3-hour drive to get to where we're staying tonight. But we are staying in a place called Motueka, which is on the sort of northern coastline of the South Island, just before the Abel Tasman National Park. It's supposed to be a really beautiful spot. We're very keen to get there and just settle in, and then we'll spend the next couple of days exploring Motueka and the Abel Tasman National Park. So behind me is the shipwreck of the Janie Seddon, which was a submarine mining vessel that was used in both World War I and II. I came out here because I thought it was really cool, but turns out the beach is pretty muddy and my whole shoe sunk into the shoe. And I almost got stuck in the sand, but this time of night it is a really gorgeous and a really interesting little shipwreck thing to come see here in Motueka. So this morning we've come down to Kaitarateri. Don't know if I'm saying that right at all. But we are jumping on a sea shuttle and we're going to explore the Abel Tasman National Park around here. It was supposed to be a beautiful sunny day. It looks a bit overcast, but the beach here looks beautiful, so I'm sure the national park is going to be gorgeous.
It's all in our hands, this life of time that's given to us all.
So something we would have really liked to do in this area is the boats also drop you off at various points and then you can hike along the Abel Tasman. Unfortunately, about 4 weeks ago a big storm came through and so a lot of the paths are closed. There's been a lot of slides on them, so there's a lot of diversions. Some points where you can still hike, but you have to go through at low tide so that you can walk around the estuary instead of through the track. And we have a bit of a date with the mechanic, a little error in the van that we've just got to get looked at. So unfortunately we just didn't have time to do that this morning with all the extra sort of time frame that's put on. But it is still a beautiful area to cruise around and coast around. I'm really glad we got to see some of the park. So far we've seen Split Apple Rock, which is this kind of cool geological formation where the rocks naturally split right down the middle into two. We've seen some nesting cormorants, and we've seen a nice little seal colony which had some little seal pups at the moment, so they were really cute flitting in and out of the water. But yeah, so far it's going pretty smooth. A little bit chilly up here, but yeah, it's beautiful. So after our boat ride yesterday around the Abel Tasman, we ended up having to drive about 45 minutes back into a city called Nelson to get a little airbag error fixed on our van. And that pretty much ended up killing most of the afternoon, and it sort of added a bit of travel into a day that was not supposed to be a travel day. So we've decided today just to take it easy, and given we spent the last couple of days on boats, which makes me feel a bit seasick, we thought we'd give him a bit of a day. So this area is also really well known for producing a lot of hops, a lot of apples, a lot of vineyards around the area. So there's a lot of craft beers and ciders. We thought we'd take some time to visit a couple of the local breweries and basically just enjoy the day. So the first place we've come to is Toad's Hall, which is home to Townsend Breweries, and they do a whole bunch of different brews that they brew on site here, so we're going to try a couple, but they also do a lot of local produce, so we're going to try some lunch as well. So I remember Pilsner, cider, stout,
Ginger beer.
Oh nice.
Glittery.
Cool. And mystery beer. How's the Pilsner?
Nice. Chocolatey.
So after our lunch and the tasting paddles at Toad Hall, Kirk and I are both pretty tired, so we've decided just to settle in and have a cruisy arvo. Got a few bits and bobs of maintenance to do with old Vandolph here anyway, you know, empty the grey water, fill up the fresh water, all those kind of things. But it is a lovely place here, and you can see now that the sun's out how nice those paths in Abel Tasman would have been to walk and explore. So maybe we'll have to come back here, but for now we're going to say goodbye to Motueka. We've got a long drive tomorrow, so we'll see you back in the van and on the road tomorrow.